Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Paint It Live. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday evening. And here we go with another one of these. We're going to do some painting tonight of some smaller miniatures, slightly smaller miniatures. We're talking about Resident Evil 2 characters. Okay, so I've got this batch of Resident Evil 2 characters that we're going to work on tonight. And you can see most of their skin and faces and hair are done. So we're just going to be blocking out color. I'm going to be doing the usual chit chats and whatnot, and we'll just take it from there. Okay, so once again, hope you guys are having a good evening, and yeah, we're just going to get going. I guess we'll start with Claire Redfield because she's right here. Here's Claire. She's got a hair stuck on her. But you can see that's what she is looking like so far. Let me see if I can actually get a little bit of a closer angle here so that you guys can see, get a little closer in on the action. Okay, so I'm going to I'll just zoom that sucker in like that. All right, so these are very small miniatures. They're more like 20, maybe 20 millimeter scale, maybe even a little smaller than that. Her eyes look totally black on screen, but that's just because of how small the whole thing is. And I have to pull up some example artwork here, so bear with me for 1 minute. We're gonna go Resident Evil 2 wiki, and so I've been trying to stay fairly faithful to the to all of the artwork. Claire Redfield. All right. So let's see if I can find the right Claire Redfield. Actually, so this is the classic Claire Redfield there. So pink on pink with a little brown belt, brown leather, real simple design. So let's go ahead and paint the mane of her, the middle of her body here will be pink. Yeah. I will say this, while painting another scale, particularly a smaller scale, has never been a favorite thing of mine to do, these sculpts are actually quite good, especially considering, especially in light of the scale, right? These are quite good sculpts. But oops, I almost hit that with the wrong color. That would have been horrible. I think the best way to go about this particular batch is really just to get them all one at a time. Otherwise, I think we run the risk of missing something. And when you miss something on such a small miniature, at least for me, it becomes very upsetting. So I don't want to miss anything. Her knife thing here never made sense to me. The way that the knife is, I guess, you know, it's just kind of sitting in a weird spot. So you can see she's got that on the little strap there. So I would love to just put her in denim, right? Because she has like the denim denim cutoffs and then, you know, tights underneath it. That makes more sense to me as a person who has seen outfits like that before. But no, we'll stick with the video game concepts here. So hopefully you guys are having a good evening. Any, you know, belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to my own wife, the mother of my 2 children. Pretty good Mother's Day, all things considered, right? We went and saw my mother-in-law, my wife's mother. But like when I say saw, like distantly saw, if you know what I mean, right? It was actually that was challenging, but we managed to do that safely, which is good. Yep. So yeah, this is her outfit is very, very simple because we're just talking old school video game outfit here. And I can come back and highlight that however I like. Right now, I am going to just hit that color in there like that. And I actually do want to hit this here. She has a little bit of a shoulder strap right there. I want to hit that so that I can get it with the brown. I'm going to go with a slightly darker brown than what's on the concept art, because if I I think staying too light on the brown would make this look pretty terrible. Right? I want to have a dark brown in there. Right? Make it look, especially at this scale, make it look more like a good leather that she's got. All right. So we're gonna let that pink dry. And we're gonna come in with some, no, I need darker. No, need darker. Need much darker than that. Let's see. Cannot seem to find the dark colors that I need. There we go. So yeah, good old Claire Redfield. You know, Resident Evil 2 was one of my favorite games for PlayStation 2, and I never played the remake because I'm an old man. So I only played the old version of this game, but I also really enjoyed it. Claire was great. I don't know. I think I still really like Jill Valentine better than her, but she's pretty good. Okay, here we go. All right, now we're gonna do a little brown here. You can see I am painting with a smaller brush than I typically paint with. Not because I need to, but because my number 3 is just about out of commission and the tip is way too bad to deal with a miniature of this scale. So we're just not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're going to accept that we have to paint this with a number 1. Wildwood there. Let's do. We're going to do the belt. All the belts are going to be brown. Just again, we're just keeping her in line with the. We're keeping her in line with the old concept art. Okay. So we'll get that. We'll get the straps here. There we go. And then right here as well. Okay, cool. That's looking a lot more convincing for a Claire Redfield. And now we're going to need some black. If I can find it. Oh, sorry, guys. Even basilicanum gray would work at this point. I can't seem to find. There's black. Black may be actually too dark. So I really do need basilicanum gray. Talk amongst yourselves while I fumble through paint here. Wow. Basilicanum gray is one of the colors that I stockpile because it is just such a versatile color for me. I use it for so many different things. There you can see it's actually does such a great job on weapons, particularly anything steel. It's great for. And it just provides a little bit of shadow, you know, a little bit extra detail at scale there. So a little Jill Valentine for you. Oh, I'm sorry, Claire Redfield. Let's start looking up some of these other characters. Well, this is another, I believe this is another Claire Redfield. Like this is an alternate costume of hers too. So I didn't see it here in the wiki. Oh, look, she even has, in that one, she just has an all black shirt. So that one she has a vest. That's her with a jacket. She has a red jacket. All right. Let's do Claire Redfield. Claire Redfield. And let's look at some images of Claire Redfield. All right. So, pretty sure this is Claire Redfield. With her pink jacket. So I guess her. Just looking at some cosplay Claire Redfield, because it looks like there are several. So this is the more modern Claire Redfield, I guess. So she has a red jacket, like a red leather jacket and blue jeans. So she's more like that. Red leather jacket, blue jeans, and a little black shirt underneath. Hey, what's up, Nelson? Hey, I am in the Zoom. If you want a link, you can help talk me through what these, make sure that I'm doing the right thing here. Let's see. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you the link here. Okay. Wow. Make sure, there we go. All right. There you go. Okay. So here we go. All right. So we need Black Templar for this. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alrighty.
Hello there.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening?
Doing some Resident Evil. Do you know what this is? A cool like a phoenix design or something on the back of her jacket.
Yep. Yeah. She's supposed to be a phoenix goddess. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
She saved Leon a couple of times. I mean, vice versa through the classic video game. She saved him and he saved her. But then he kind of liked Ada more because she's like the bad type of bad girl, kind of double agent bad girl.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, well, I think it was implied that Claire did like Leon, but yeah, he just kind of treated her like a little sister, kind of.
Leon likes the bitchy women.
Yeah, and the rookie cop ended up liking a bitchy FBI or double agent Ada Wong, because she's sexier to be a badass, I suppose. Meanwhile, Claire is just a college girl that her brother worked at a raccoon police city department.
Right.
Yeah. Man, that game's been out for 20 plus years now, right? Can you believe that? Time flew by.
It's even sadder that yes, I bought and played the first game when it came out.
Which
this
one?
is not Chris's blood.
Oh, so are you talking about the OG?
Yeah, PlayStation 1, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I played that. I played that, and I played the and then I played the first iteration of Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, sir.
I'm old, man.
Oh, you're only like
Yeah.
10 years older than me, but still. Yeah.
Speaking of which, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I didn't do much. Kind of just went online, bought some stuff, and drove around. That's it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's tough to do anything right now. So, I mean.
Yeah, to be honest, I originally had planned out like, oh, I'm gonna go Great Game Craft and I'm gonna get everyone, around with 2 beers and just have a good time game there. But yeah, of course, what happened.
Stupid coronavirus.
Stupid COVID, man, really ruined it for everyone. It would have been a fun time. Imagine you guys play Guild Ball,
damn,
couple drinks and beer, and just have a good time. But
yep. Stupid communist China.
Oh, let's not get going.
Just kidding.
My gosh. They're still going on, man. Jeez. Yeah. I guess nothing changed.
It's I don't know, out there, like out in the city now, it's like super crowded again. Like everything, it seems like everything is so busy again.
A lot of people probably.
Are you so many people back to work, and just now every drive-through is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. pretty rough out there right now.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's a good sign as far as I'm concerned. At least we're trying to get back to work. So I like that. What color do you want her cowboy boots to be?
Brown.
Brown? Okay.
Standard brown or something. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Family good. Kids are good, right?
Kids are good. Yeah, everybody's doing all right. Just trying to stay on top of our son. He's in kindergarten, and he gets us homework packet every 2 weeks, and it's like and every time it's like 64 pages long.
Oh my
We're like,
goodness!
what the hell? Yeah, we're like, what the hell kind of
What?
kindergarten is this?
What is
It's
this?
a lot of work.
Training to be the next Stephen Hawking or like Elon Musk type? Jeez.
Well, it's inclusion stuff, so it's all in Spanish. So he's learning Spanish, but yeah, I don't know. I'm no educator, but my wife, she is, and she says, yeah, that's ridiculous to
Yeah,
have that much homework. I mean,
excessive.
you're 6 years old. Like, what do you want this kid to do? It's kind of ridiculous.
Do you think that it's probably not being like, I don't know, filtered out as much since the teachers probably aren't as hands-on, so to speak, I guess? Like,
That's probably part of it, but I don't know. I just don't understand why. Like, I get that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for him to learn remotely. I get that, but at the same time, I don't think piling on homework is really going to help him much. It's good to get repetition and that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
Your homework, but I was telling my wife, like, imagine if he was like the youngest of like 5 kids, which in kindergarten that could be somewhat likely, right? Like, I imagine myself at his age. I was the youngest of 5 kids, and can you imagine? Like, I'm trying to imagine my parents trying to deal with educating me while there are 4 other kids in the house too.
Right.
How red is this jacket?
I mean, let's make it red because the newest version, even though, believe it or not, that model is actually supposed to be one of the alternate skin for the original game, but the newest iteration does show that it's pretty similar to that, and it's pretty bright red.
In the original game, you had to beat the game under a certain time to get this skin.
Oh, really?
I remember that. Yeah, you had to beat the game under a certain time, and I think you needed, I forget, you needed to have certain equipment or something. There were like requirements to unlock this thing, and then we were always trying to figure out what the design was on her back. It took us a while to figure out that it's like a giant eagle. We thought it was an eagle, but to me it looks like a phoenix.
I think it's a phoenix. I mean, it could be an eagle, to be honest. I thought there was different type of costume. I just didn't know what it took to unlock. I know some of them, like you mentioned, hey, you got to finish with all level with S rank or speed run or leave like 4 different keys in the item box by the time you finish the save. Just like crazy stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
they had that in Resident Evil 2. We used to be able to beat, because you could beat the original game, you could beat Resident Evil 2 in like, you could do it comfortably in under an hour if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
For speed run. But I don't know. That was like.
That's pretty impressive, though. If you can do it under an hour, because I've seen like worldwide charity events where they're doing charity events, and I see all these hardcore Resident Evil gamers that play the game literally on record, like 300 to 500 times, and then some of them, some of them are able to get it probably like to 50 minutes. So if you're able to get it done in like an hour, Octave, man, you got some skills.
Well, we
some
didn't back
skills.
then. There wasn't as much to occupy your time. We didn't have smartphones. We didn't have all that stuff.
Oh,
So
true that.
it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do this summer? I'm gonna play Resident Evil 2, and then I'm gonna get super good at it and beat it as fast as I can, so that I can get the alt clear here. Try. These things are like, to do the face and the skin, it's challenging. It's like working on some night model stuff, but then the rest of the body is like super easy, because then you're like, oh, okay, now I just fill in the blank. But to get the to get the face in and that kind of stuff is nuts.
It's tiny, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They are really cool though.
Yeah, to be honest, I did not think the Resident Evil 3 board game is gonna be as successful as talk about speedrun stretch goal. I mean, talk about speedrun. Looks like one of the final stretch goal will be a speedrun campaign. Yeah, so
that's interesting.
Yeah, so as you know, I am backing Resident Evil 3 board game, and yeah, it's I honestly did not think that this campaign this time will make almost just as much as the last one, but they're doing it.
Oh, wow.
It's $900,000 now. And
yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I didn't think this would be popular again, because you don't hear about this game at all, except for people, at least in the painting world. No one talks about this game at all. It's like, oh, the scale is funny. That's about it. That's the only thing you'll ever hear about this game from the miniature painting community.
Right. Yeah.
It was pretty surprising, right? How small these were when you got them.
Yeah, I was hoping, after looking at what you guys do about like constantly raving about Guild Ball and their company, and I was like, okay, Steam Forge seems like it's pretty decent company, right? And I see the Guild Ball models. I love all the Guild Ball models. I don't play, but I was thinking, it's gonna be this size, right? I'm like, oh, okay. Especially when it's like 30 millimeter, and I guess they're actually 30 millimeters, but they don't look like they're 30 millimeters.
There is no way these are 30 millimeter models.
To be honest, I measured it the other day. I measured those little things. It was 30 millimeter. It was just an alternate sculpt of Claire, in fact. And I was like, there's no way. Because they doubled the comment this time, right?
It's a 30 millimeter model?
Yeah. So
it does not look like a 30. Huh.
Yeah. So I literally took a measure stick, and I was like, no effing way. The Sharon was right. The game developer, he was like, oh yeah, these are definitely 30 millimeter. I'm like, nah, he's lying. So I measured it, and then they are 30 millimeter. I'm like, how is this possible? Why do they look so much smaller than Guild Ball models? I just don't understand.
They look tiny.
Yeah.
Let's do some Leon here. Leon S. Kennedy. What does the S stand for?
Oh shoot, that's a great.
That's Leon Simp Kennedy. Leon Simp Kennedy.
Oh no, middle name Scott. There you go.
He's simping for Ada Wong. Please don't leave me, Ada. Oh, there's that alternate. You get in the speed run, you get that like tracksuit version of him.
Oh yes, I have heard about that. It's a silly tracksuit that he puts on, right?
Yeah.
And this one is just a standard blue and black and with like bandages wrapped up.
This is the injured Leon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember, he took a bullet for Ada. That's why, because Burton scientists and the mother end up shooting. Well, she's trying to shoot Ada because Ada was asking too much questions, and yeah, a rookie cop, love at first sight, looking at Ada is like, oh no, I'm gonna take a bullet for her.
I'll save you.
Right?
And then he took this fedora and got shot.
Like silly.
No one messes with my beautiful Ada.
Ada.
He's in the Twitch chat. He's mad at people in Twitch chat. She is a queen. She is a goddess. He's on Ada's channel.
Yeah, whatever.
Ada's like, if you don't have $10 to sponsor me.
That's hilarious.
She's shaming people on Twitch chat.
Oh God. Gosh.
Poor Leon. I actually do like Leon, the character. He was cool.
Yeah. He's just such a like American Boy Scout type of good-hearted kid. I mean, granted, like good.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, yeah, he's kind of like generic anime main character. There's just not much to him.
He's just such a good boy, like, oh, believes in the good cause and so innocent, and gets owned on the very first day he becomes a cop.
There really isn't very many good shots of this dude. Hold on.
Yeah, you can just make him generic black and blue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get like the best. Trying to find like the best like full body shot of this dude.
Oh, by the way, you already painted player hair on the painted.
Oh man, like your whole audio, just like your audio went really nuts. Okay, I think I got it. Are you still there? Hello? All right. I think he'll rejoin. We'll try that. There we go.
All right, is this better?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm not sure what happened to the audio there for a second.
Yeah, it's really weird with this S10 Plus. It just doesn't bode well with HD calls, and I get a lot of HD Wi-Fi call complaints saying that my voice gets very digitalized for some reason. But I just swapped it back to regular. But last Claire, you painted her as orangey hair, and then this one is a pretty brunette, or?
Yeah, it's a light brown.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I could go if you want, I could go back and make it red hair.
You can make it brunette. That would be great. And then I think there's another. Was it another Claire model? I think I gave you 2 Claire model. Perhaps.
Yeah.
You can just make her whatever color hair you want. Could be green, pink,
well,
blue.
the both two. So they're both fairly light brown hair because I was following. So here's the old school.
Oh yeah.
The PS2 version.
Yeah. With the silly spandex.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Good stuff.
These I can't believe these are 30 mil models. I feel like I'm painting a way smaller scale.
Maybe perhaps it's the base, right? Do you think that's got to?
Yeah, the base is definitely part of the illusion. I mean, this guy looks fairly tall. Like, okay, maybe he is. I could could see him being actually 30 mil if I measured him. But their details too.
Yeah.
The details seem really small. Okay, and that part of the body armor is black. That's all black. This is blue right here.
I think this game is pretty niche market. That's probably why you don't really hear about this game in the painting community. So,
yeah. Well, that, and it's just, I mean, the sculpts are good, but they're not like, these aren't the type of sculpts that people would like highlight as being like high quality. Oh, I did this high quality display, you know, Resident Evil piece, but it was only a super tiny little model.
right. Yeah. I was hoping that there would be a Guild Ball size, but then again, I think Sherwin was trying to convey that. Well, Sherwin's from the lead designer from Steamforge Games, but I think he was saying it would be very difficult to fit that on the board game where there's so many tiles involved. So.
Yep, all the tiles, plus, you know, there's some bigger monsters in the game too, so you kind of have to make room. I actually think this is, you know, given the scope of game that they're making, the scale is still pretty nice. It could have been worse. Like if they actually did like a 15 or 10 millimeter scale, that would totally kill, you know, any appeal behind the characters. You'd be like, oh, you know, I would just paint this big like little blue blob and put a yellow piece of hair on top and go, that's Leon. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's Leon.
Yeah, that point's hard to tell anyway, right?
Yeah, but these are pretty. I mean, the detail on them is good, so it does look like, you know, you're able to put down some really cool looking characters and the monsters.
Yeah.
So I almost have my engineers team in, but I have, but I'm being asked, like, I may paint this guy's, he's printing out like these Mandalorian miniatures.
Oh, cool.
He's like printing out, like, I think it's like a male and a female, like Boba Fett Mandalorian style mini that he's rendered up. I don't know. I straight up admit, I'm like, you know, Star Wars isn't my favorite thing to paint, but I can see the appeal there. So like, yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably got it from like Thingiverse or Etsy or something.
Actually, I think he had he hired an artist to do a render for him.
Oh wow.
Hey, what's up, Luchesi? The zombie Scott Nelson. Hey, long time no see, man. How you been?
Jesse.
I gotta talk to you. We gotta get you back on Ultima Online, dude. Go hop on your free account. Come with me. We'll go visit Miri. She would lose her shit. Like, she would lose her mind if you want to do it. I say we do it. So Luchesi and I, we actually went to high school together.
No way.
Yeah, and after high school, we started playing. Ultima Online, which is really the granddaddy of all the morgues today. You know, before World of Warcraft and
right.
before all of that, Ultima Online was like the original old school game, and it is still running. Like, that game is still online, and in fact, my characters still exist, and I still have an active account. And the tower that I own in that game, they turned it into a historical monument for the shard for the server that we're on, which is hilarious. So oh, hey, what's up, Shadowcat? But yeah, we used to play that game together. We used to be in a guild together, and one of our old guildmates, she never stopped playing. Like, she has been playing for years and years and years. And this year our guild is turning 20 years old.
Kind of wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, our guild already is 20 years old. The tower I have is going to be 20 years in September. So we're talking about doing like a little in-game reunion, see how many people we can convince to hop back on their free account just to come visit.
That's cool. I think was it, time flies, of course, but I think maybe perhaps a year ago or 2 ago, I think I saw one of your stream was about that game, right? You actually streamed it. Or
Yeah.
you're playing games with maybe with the Chesley and other players, but yeah.
Yeah, I've streamed some gameplay for it.
Okay. So that was
that's making me feel older. I'm turning 46 in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks. This is where, so I'm in the I'm in the life insurance lottery now. You know, they move they have your life on a board, on like a betting board, like in Vegas. And now they put me in the, oh, okay, he can go at any time now. The odds significantly. All right, okay. I went from like, yeah, because once you're out of the 34, what's it, 33 to 45 bracket, they move you into that. Oh, he's gonna kick it now. He's gonna die.
You're officially on a high risk.
Yep.
High risk zone. Goodness.
There he goes. He's on the downward slope.
Yeah.
Let's look at some Ada Wong here. So that is not the outfit, but that's the weapon. That's not the outfit. I think he painted one like that. That's it right there. But it was red and black. This is that's an injured Ada Wong there.
Yeah, it was red and black. You're right.
I don't even know what that is. That's like, this is the outfit right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty simple. Okay. We'll do a deeper red than what Claire has. Just moving along here. I should have done that. Looking at that artwork, I should have done Ada Wong with like that more silvery style hair. Although this is kind of cool. Like, this is a much darker brown hair. But yeah, we're gonna convince Luchesi to come join. Hop on UO with us. I don't know if you did, Luchesi, if you watched any of those streams. I did a couple on Twitch, and I did some on here as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's the game still pretty much feels the same. You know, they add, when they add new content, it's quote unquote new, but it's, kind of just the item farming stuff again. I'm playing Minecraft with my son, and that game basically scratches a lot of the same itches that you have playing UO, except Minecraft is a little bit better because it's in terms of the busy work. It just seems to do a better job of that. Born in 75. No, I was born in 74. So yeah, me and Nelson are the same. We're the same Chinese zodiac.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about Taika? I think it's had notifications, but don't remember watching. Okay, no worries, dude. Let me ask you this. Do you recall your login information? And I think at one point Miri had some of your login info, but we've been looking for you for a little while, since September of last year, really, is when you know, I decided every now and then I just get a wild hair and I'm like, oh, let me install UO on my computer and then walk around. And I was fully expecting to walk around and find like the empty spot where my tower used to be, and I'm like, hey, this thing is still up. What the hell's going on? And she, sure enough, she's still holding down the fort, literally, for us. So we ran into Miri, and then what's his name? You remember Dragon? He was on. I had him. He and I were playing together for about a week or so, and then he just kind of disappeared. Well, if you're on the, I could totally just find Miri. I'm sure she has your login info. I'm like 90% sure she has it. I could send her a message on Discord or hop on. Are you, Lee Chessie, are you in our Discord? I don't remember. Uh-oh. Did I screw up? No. No, still doing okay. So getting the major colors down here. Where is?
Okay, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right, dude. See you. I'll just talk. I'll talk about UO with Lucchesi here, and why you should play. Think about it. Those game MMORPGs right now. I know everyone's playing Animal Crossing or whatever, but what they're really doing is they're just playing a different version of like a UO or something like that, because they have house building and deco and all that stuff, and UO has had that forever. Never downloaded Discord? You should. It's a decent program. You know, the Play It Painted Discord is not, we're not that active on there, but you know, it's a good way for us to communicate. So we post on there, and then we do have an Ultima Online section of that Discord where we can get a hold of Miri. Well, what have you been up to? You doing any gaming at all? You're still alive. That's good. You know, that's one thing. with everything going on, my friend, like, she normally leaves me a message or whatever. You know, because like we kind of have like a running dialogue going, and she took a few days off, and I was like, maybe she died. Speaking of which, I should go check in with Miri and go, no, it's still alive. But you can, you know, in UO, you can check to see if you can check the guild roster to see if anybody's logged in. So she knows when I have logged in. I haven't run into her in a while though. I would have to to run into her. I probably have to log in a little earlier in the day, but totally would be worth doing it. I do need to kind of check in with her. It's good for playing online RPGs like D&D. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to keep up with people and visit. It's one of the best things, one of the best avenues you could do if you've got friends across the country or across the world. And, you know, sure, you could do Zoom like this, or you could do FaceTime or whatever, but why not just jump in a game and have fun playing that? Especially if it's a game that we used to play together, like a whole group of us. I feel kind of bad that I haven't been playing more UO lately, but a lot of that's because of, you know, like I said, my son and I are playing Minecraft together, and that sort of eats up a lot of the bandwidth that would normally be correct for that. Okay. Dude, these character colors are very simple once you do the hard part. Leon, I think, is going to need the most attention because his colors are a little too dark. But yeah, I don't know. Hop on Discord or shoot me a Facebook message or something, and we should put you in touch with Miri just so you could say hi to her. That would probably make her whole year. And if you don't remember your login info, I actually do have my second account. I would be more than happy to share that with you. You can hop on. You can hop on my other characters like Thorgrim, or I have a couple characters on that account. It's good enough for you to run around with. All right. So looking good there so far. This guy's name is Brad. Let's do. So he's just got kind of like an orange vest and camo pants. And kind of like a light bluish shirt. Ava looks like she's into latex or rubber. I know, that's the good part. I think that's by design. That's what she's supposed to be doing. This guy here looks terrified. Oh, crap. Yes. So I get some of this down. So these guys have a slightly more complex design to them, but even these are not. These aren't the weirdest things. Now I may have gone a little bit overboard on the zombie makeup, the zombified version of him. His skin is awful green. it's whatever, right? Okay. What about you, Shadowcat? Do you play any online RPGs or anything like that? Like, what are you doing to pass the time? Painting miniatures, I hope. That's always fun. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. So he's got like this orange. Can you go look at Claire? Which Claire? I have two on here on my painting table right now. I have the PS2. I'll break them out in a sec. Let me just finish getting this orange blocked out. All right. Yeah, I'll break out Claire for you. All right. So here is PS2 version of Claire. That's the OG Claire with the pink and black outfit. And then you do the speed run. You get this Claire with the red leather jacket and the jeans. Little Phoenix symbol on the back. Very fun models. So you're playing some WoW and you're gonna prime some Infinity. Cool. Oh man, I've gotten I got a Jones to play some Aristea. I was talking with Yvonne the other day about Aristea, and I was like, oh man, like I built this. I was like, oh, so I could build a Rising of the Shield Hero group for Aristea based on the main characters from that anime. I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Just convert and paint that crew to match the anime. That would be pretty awesome. All right, so getting some color down here on Brad. He reminds me of Charlie from Street Fighter for some reason. Maybe not necessarily Charlie, maybe like Failed Guile. Might be more like it. Okay. So orange there. And then let's do camo green on his pants. I have not painted Jill. Well, Nelson would know. I don't remember. These are all his minis, so he would know if I did that. I don't think so. I don't recall painting Jill.
What happened?
I haven't painted Jill Valentine, right?
No, that's what Resident Evil 3 Kickstarter is for. You will be.
Okay.
Will be in about a year, hopefully.
So at some point, yes, I will be painting Jill. Okay.
And we'll be painting Nemesis, that's for sure. You will
nice.
be.
Roar! Zombie! This guy looks equally ridiculous as a zombie and a survivor.
Yeah.
Finished some Imperial Scout troopers and painted them up as swamp troopers. Hella.
Yeah, sorry about that. She got too
It's okay.
excited.
No, it's all good. Doggo. Yeah, it's kind of impressive with these small miniatures that you can actually get them to look fairly decent somewhat quickly. Just because the sculpts are good. So as long as you're good about trying to retain as much of the detail as possible, should be fine. All right. His shoes are black or are they brown? They are black. Okay. All right. So what else is going on, Nelson?
Oh, not much. Just work. I'm exhausted from work. I have like within like year and no, I actually been with the company for almost 2 years now.
Nice.
I have like over 100+ hours of vacation that I've never took, and just like maybe
Oh,
I should take
geez.
maybe I should really use some vacation sometimes.
Yeah.
But the market's still doing fairly well, so it's busy. Each time you take a week off, we're talking about a couple $1,000 off your paycheck, right? So it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's always
So
pros and cons.
I was going to ask you, do you think are you going to be in a position to buy, like with the way you see this market going?
I think, to be honest, even with the rates are low, the pricing for the market is still too high.
Yeah, that's true. There are that neighborhood that's by CQ that we were looking at before.
Right.
There's a couple of homes in there for sale.
Really?
Yeah,
Gosh, that
my
would be
wife was
ideal
looking.
location.
Yeah, we went there yesterday. We went through that neighborhood and we took some photos of one of the homes that we are interested in, seeing how much, curious to see how what they're going to list that as. And yeah, it's an older neighborhood, so it's a little risky buying an older house like that. You got to be willing to accept that, hey, there may be some money that you have to sink into
Absolutely.
restoring a house like that. But we love that neighborhood. Like it's great. It's just a perfect location for both of our works and where we want to be, and it's walking distance from CQ, which is my favorite part about that. But
Right.
and the lots are kind of small, but they're big enough for like our kids would enjoy running around playing out there.
How do you get into that community? Like, how do you drive in there?
Oh, you are the easiest ways if you're on Rockfield. You go on Rockfield, and then there are like 2 or 3 different entries into that neighborhood. So go like
secluded.
Yeah, if you go up from CQ, if you go take El Toro up to the light at Rockfield, and then turn left at that light, and then you go past that major plaza, and then you should start seeing some of the. There's like 2 or 3 streets that will take you into that neighborhood.
I always felt like a lot of small commercial stores were like kind of blocking it off. That's why when you sent me that listing, I was like, huh, that's interesting. Like, how do you get in here?
Yeah.
That's cool
It's
though.
so nice though, because it does feel a little secluded,
Right.
but then you are like, you're in the middle of everything though,
Yeah.
right? Once you pull out of that neighborhood, you are in the dead center of Lake Forest.
You got everything next to you.
And you've got everything there.
Yeah. You
So
got everything. You got Home Depot, you got the shopping food centers, you got Target down the street, everything.
Yeah. So we're like, man, what are we gonna have to do? We want to play in here. I gotta paint more Nelson miniatures. Save up for that down. But
the
yeah,
pricing is too high.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know. What was that other house we were looking at in there? It was like they wanted $670 for it or something like that.
Yeah, they wanted close to 700. I was like, yo, your house is kind of. I get the location. It's like nearly prime, like if not prime. But man, like you gotta account for the age of the house too, right?
Yeah.
But hey, someone bought it, so it is what it is.
Yeah, people want to be up in that neighborhood because it's a neat little neighborhood.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I always thought like, hey, wouldn't you like feel suffocated by the freeway noise? But when we were there the other night, I think it was a Sunday night or something. It was close to getting a little bit later in the afternoon, and I was like, wow. Granted, maybe there weren't as many cars, but it was actually kind of quiet.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. It's nice.
I mean, if we move out of this place, really the only thing we're giving up is the nice view that we have.
View is always good.
But more yard for the kid, and like I said, I get to walk to CQ.
If your wife can't get you on the phone, get a hold of you on the phone, she'll just walk over.
She'll just walk over there.
She's like,
"I'm
time
home."
to go home.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
What is this on her jacket?
So.
What
Sherry. Sherry Birkin's little girl.
All the designs are like little. That's not her outfit.
Yeah.
This adult Sherry. That's kind of her outfit.
It's like a private school girl.
Except the vest is different.
Yeah, this one is a promotional sculpt. So yeah. Yeah, that one I would say is closest. Just a standard private school blue and white kind of.
Let me try let's just try Google.
And for those of you that actually play this game, yeah, Sherry Birkin, my goodness. It is very difficult to play her.
All right, Sherry Birkin.
You can only evade pretty much.
Sherry Birkin. Zombie carrying Sherry Birkin. She making out with a zombie? That one? What is going on?
There's some crazy fanboys or people out there. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think that is the closest outfit, but that vest is different.
You can just use your imagination, I suppose. All good.
Why, sir, Miss Piggy? What the hell? Okay, if I scroll anymore, I think this video will get demonetized or banned. If I end up in some weird weird fandom, Sherry Birkin fandom. All right, so she has the blue. She has like dark blue shorts on and go back to Sherry Birkin. Yeah, it's like dark blue shorts. But I'm not gonna. That is definitely not the vest she has on. The rest of the outfit is right though. So dark blue shorts, black socks, white shoes.
Oh, that one you just looked at, the very last one, was the remake version of her. So that was the newest reimagination of what Sherry Birkin will look like today.
I see.
So, yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right, let's do what we can do here. There's a darker, there we go.
You know,
Trying to figure out.
I've always thought that, hey, how silly, like how I guess I don't know how to say it. Oblivious people have to be to not questions or like doubt government or privatized pharmaceuticals motives in the middle of a freaking city. Granted, Raccoon was kind of underground. Well, I should say 99% was underground. But
Yeah.
there were pharmaceutical companies that had signs that advertised like all these viral and like skincares and beauty, whatever BS that they were advertising, right? In the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, there's no way it's gonna happen in real life. But if you think about it, in Wuhan, my gosh, like they had a BioLab 4 security level, which is highest in the world, right? Technically China, but across the world, BL4 is the highest level, and they plant that in the middle of Wuhan, which is totally populated with
pretty busy province there. Yeah.
absolutely busy. We're talking about 40 millions, if not more, people concentrated just on the centers, not accounting for the outskirts. And just like, wow, it's almost like that. You got universities, you got many universities, you got popular wet markets where people are cracking monkeys' brain open and eat them alive like that. And you're talking about flying dogs, like, hey, you got to hear their dog screams just to make sure they're nice and crispy because you know that's yeah. And then just if you think of that, that is Raccoon City. My gosh. And people are just they're okay with that. It's amazing. Like and terrifying.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I am just grateful that I didn't lose a job. We didn't lose any paychecks. Nobody at my work has been laid off, so that's good.
So the part-timers still got their time then, right? Like you mentioned.
Yeah, as far as I know. I think I think we managed to keep everybody. So that's good news.
That's good. Definitely has some good savings and good capital for a company.
Okay, I have no idea what this is on her back, but I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that it should be like yellow on a lighter blue, just kind of based on the rest of her art. Just gonna guess it should be like this. I can't tell. Maybe this is a pig or a lion. Maybe it's a lion. Can't tell. It's an animal head of some sort. It's the bust of an animal. And then it's weird though. It almost looks like she took Claire's vest and she's just wearing it.
Oh,
like, I killed Claire. And took her vest.
I think you're right. At some point, Claire probably did give it to her, maybe.
Yeah. Go and find Leon. And Leon's still simping for Ada.
Gosh, that fool.
Poor Leon. All right, here you go. Yeah, even though I think I'm gonna, so that might be Claire's vest, but I'm still gonna give her this style vest just because it's closer to the all the other artwork we've seen of her.
Cool stuff.
Man, everything's so tiny.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is Claire's jacket.
Oh, it's red?
It's okay.
I can fix it.
No, it's okay.
I'll let it dry and then, no, why not? If it's,
There's two versions. Like, there's one that's like, it's supposed to be mom's lab coat. It could have been their dad's, but I'm pretty positive it's a
I'm
mom's lab
pretty
coat. The other one's
not.
Claire's jacket. But,
What color? So it's red, but this is a vest. This is
that's
jacket.
weird. Yeah, it's okay. You can just it's
You know what I should do is actually I think this should be black.
Yeah, let's just make it black.
I think it should be black with
Yeah,
the
it's
yellow
maybe.
print on it.
Okay.
Let this dry. I think that should be black just because it looks correct that way. Little Sherry Birkin. Then we got this dude. Oh, I upset your dog.
She probably thought that you were playing.
She sensed a zombie.
I think that's Marvin in the Black Hawk.
You have a useful pet in the case of a zombie apocalypse. I have a cat. It's just gonna eat my corpse after I turn into a zombie and somebody shoots me. The cat will come back and.
You know, honestly, I thought about cosplaying as Will Smith in I'm Legend.
Yeah.
And that's my YouTube channel name because of it. I'm Legend.
Okay.
Zero. Because I love that film. You know, just like, I should cosplay as Will Smith and I'm Legend. Because he had German Shepherd. Yeah. Right, hello?
Yeah, it looks like she's somebody from the biker bar has helped her out. Go on, save yourself. It's actually, the detail on her little face is crazy good.
Really?
Yeah, for the size of, like, she's got a tiny little head, and the detail that you can still make out on her face is crazy good.
I mean, isn't Steamforged Games kind of good at that normally?
Yeah, they do this pretty well.
You know, judging by how successful RE3 is now, I'm sure they're gonna keep making more. They'll probably go back to RE1.
Yes, so you could get Barry Burton.
Oh, we're actually getting Barry Burton in Resident Evil 3 too.
Does Barry Burton make an appearance in Resident Evil 3? I never played Resident Evil 3. Yes.
In the third one, classic third one, he was in there. He's also the guy that actually ended up saving Jill and Carlos in the helicopter. But the new ones, they cut him out for whatever reason. The new one actually cut out a lot of stuff.
He's the best character. He has the best line from the first game. Hope this is not Chris's blood. I love that game. Blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood. It's like it's like only the real old school, the really old people recognize that line. They're like, "Oh shit, you play Resident Evil."
Yeah, it was like one of the most famous line. It was by that and after you saved Jill from the falling ceiling. And
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh,
you were almost a Jill sandwich." Yeah,
Yes, yes. I was like, "What the hell?"
that's how frequently we played that game. We had still memorized the lines from that game, and the game was so cool because you know how they would have they would have an intro if you don't hit start right away, and it would show the actors that are playing. It showed actors that were playing like Chris and Jill and Barry.
No way.
Yeah. That game was so that game was like revolutionary. I remember that game came out. We're like, oh snap! It's like real. Like before that game, the kind of horror video games that you could play were like Alone in the Dark. That was like one of the scarier games that you could play.
Was Silent Hill not out back then?
No, the Resident Evil came out before Silent Hill. Silent Hill came out like a few years after.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good franchise too. They should make a board game of that.
Yeah, Mark talks about that all the time. That they should make a Silent Hill game.
Yeah.
But yeah, but before Resident Evil, there was Alone in the Dark, which was a cool little horror game that you could play. But that's what we used to play. And then when Resident Evil came out, we're like, oh shit, this game is actually like full on zombie apocalypse game.
Yeah, I never played Alone in the Dark, but I have heard it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there was it just one? I thought it was two, right? Or more.
There's a bunch of Alone in the Dark.
They may have. I think most recent one may even have a remake. I think that's when I learned something about that game. But
yeah, those games were cool back in the day. But Resident Evil was just the greatest game when that thing came out.
I think I don't know how true it is, but they hired a couple different Hollywood writers, but I don't know if it was George Romero or not.
Now, maybe.
Yeah.
Now the funny thing about Resident Evil is that the movies come out and it like almost has nothing to do with being in a mansion. They're just like it's just full on zombie war.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely screwed that up hardcore.
I still think forget the adherence to the video game stuff. It's that series is still stupidly entertaining. Like they know what they are. They know that they're not making high-end cinema. They're just making crazy, ridiculous action sci-fi horror movies. And I'm a big fan of Mila Jovovich. So I'm like, yeah, I'll pretty much watch anything she's in. That's fine.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I mean,
Yeah.
she has
I'm a
two
fan.
kids?
Yeah.
She's so gorgeous. It was her husband who directed it too. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. I just like that she just did a bunch of weird campy movies. She
Best
did
one, Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, and then she did that Joan of Arc movie, which is pretty nuts. That was a nuts movie.
Joan of Arc.
Yeah, she was. She played Joan of Arc in a movie. I forget what. I think the movie was called Joan of Arc.
No way.
But it's a pretty cool movie. You know, but you got to think it's still like campy 90s movies. Yeah. What's the name of this dude? Marvin? Let's see if I can find it.
Marvin. Yeah. You painted the unzombified version of him. I should have just freaking grouped both of them. You could just copy and paste, but
No, here it's okay. I got him. Marvin. So he's got like a blue. Yeah, he's just a regular beat cop looking guy. So he's got blue. Yeah, this is easy. You just have to do the badge. Messenger. Oh, Lucchesi got back to me. Messenger. I don't know what that means. I'm supposed to connect you with Miri on Messenger. I think that's what that means. Are you on Messenger? I do not see you on here. Shoot me a message, because there is only, you know, you're not gonna run into too many octaves on Messenger. Okay, let's see. It was interesting to get, you know, dark skin with that greenish zombified look. It doesn't look too bad.
yeah.
I just wanted him to look right. Yeah, I mean, this actually looks pretty good for a Zambi. Let's give him the dark blue pants. No, the movie The Messenger. Oh, that's the name of the movie. Thank you, Lucchesi. Okay, so I didn't just imagine that film. But yeah, for what it's worth, that was a decent film. And I use that word loosely here.
Yeah, I see it now. It was made back in 1999. No wonder I haven't seen it.
Yeah. This. So yeah, so this week I'm gonna paint some like some of that Star Wars stuff, and then at some point my engineers, my new engineers team should be showing up. I'm pretty excited for that.
Is it a different crew? Because I know you have an engineer team already, right?
Right, but this is the resin sculpts, and some of the sculpts are different. In fact, I have most of it here. You just have to break it out of the box. Okay, so we're gonna go like this for right now. And I'll add another blue to it to, like, it'll be more of a light blue shirt. Oh, there's another. Let's get another badge here. So we get the other badge. Sent a link on my plate painted a YouTube channel who plays older games. Cool. Yeah, there's a couple of retro game channels that I'm subscribed to. But you know, sometimes they don't always play the games that you want to see or talk about. So sometimes it's a while before they get around to something. Dang, what is the name of that channel that goes over the history of all these different stand-up arcade games? Let me see if I can find it, because this channel is for you, again, for those of you old timers who used to go to arcades like me and Lucchesi used to back in the day, or if you are just interested in seeing like some of the classic like stand-up arcade games. Right, so I could do the history of Golden Axe, and the channel should show up. Patman QC, you want to watch that guy. He does so many cool like old school stand-up arcade games, old fighting games, just a lot of really cool stuff on his channel. So recommend watching Patman OC. All right. We're actually moving along at a pretty good pace here as far as these guys. So these will definitely be done this week, Nelson. We just have to figure out a day.
Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, I was super glad that this game made a decent single player mode. And
I want to try the Monolith Batman game single player mode.
does it play pretty much the same way?
There's a deck of cards that you're supposed to on Board Game Geek that somebody made that controls the villain dashboard for you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I hear it's actually really good. You know how like a lot of those are just kind of lame because they just kind of randomly make your opponent do stuff.
Right.
This one's supposed to be really good.
Interesting. Someone put some thoughts to it then.
Yeah, they'll play some Gotham City Chronicles.
I mean, does your son like? He should be able to play those kind of games now, right? Or is it still too early?
We played a little bit before. It wasn't too bad, but it's hard to kind of gauge the appropriate challenge level for him. Like if I'm controlling that enemy board, then for me it can be difficult to try to figure out, okay, what should my son be capable of understanding as far as a strategic challenge. It might be better if he and I are both playing heroes, and there's like an AI playing the bad guys. And he doesn't really like, in that type of setting, he wouldn't really like playing against me. He would rather us both play like cool heroes or even villains, because he does really like Deathstroke.
Deathstroke is definitely very badass.
So we could play like some suicide mission games, and I can play, my favorite Bronze Tiger or King Shark or something.
Sure.
But yeah, that is on our to-do list. Been keeping him pretty busy with a bunch of stuff. Like right now, we're just playing a lot of Minecraft. Oh, I gotta get the lettering here. The Raccoon City Police Department. But yeah, we are gonna. He does want to play that Batman game, and he does. He wants to learn Guild Ball, and I told him like it's, you got to get. You're gonna have to get a lot better at reading and measuring and moving and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be a while.
Guild Ball is a very complex game to master. I mean, it's fairly easy to learn, but to master, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a very deep game. I'm not holding my breath there for him. But there's plenty of miniature games that we enjoy. But he's been like, he's been kind of painting and watching me paint the season 2 Batman stuff, and he's like, yeah, I want to play that with you. So he'll get his chance here pretty soon. Man, I cannot. Trying to keep this as clean looking as possible, but even the way they sculpted these letters, so small. Why is the D so short is what I want to know. Looks like the R is a big letter and the P starts to get smaller, and then the D is way small. Been waiting for Ashoka and Darth Talon minis. Oh, cool. They just got a bunch of Legion stuff at CQ. Nelson, I don't know if you saw that.
I did, but it's still not the ones that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm trying to support a local gaming store, but it seems like they're definitely having issues of getting some of the products that was supposed to be released 3 months ago.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the support local, I've been buying so many face masks because like our local dry cleaners, that lady started making face masks, like she's hand sewing face masks, and I'm like, oh, we need to support her. So I bought a bunch of face masks off her, bought some face masks off one of my friends from, cosplay gaming back in the day, and then then I found another local business that they usually make like Hawaiian shirts, but they converted to making masks, and I'm like, well, now I can support all these local businesses, but now I have like a giant collection of face masks. But that's good because I'm still going to work every day, so I definitely need a good supply of that. It's like just a regular part of the outfit now.
Well, with your lab, do they not require you to wear a facial mask?
No, we do.
Okay.
But I'm in an office most of the time that I'm there. So like I might be at my desk, whatever, sipping tea. So I don't have. I guess I don't always have to have a face mask on, but I do have to have a face mask for every day that I'm in there. So and the work, they do provide those those disposable masks, but we found some of those suppliers for those, like they'll send over just like shitty masks that have like holes in them and stuff.
What?
Yeah, they're like paper thin, and you know how you're supposed to be able to pull on the mask to kind of stretch it out over your face. So
Right.
the last time I grabbed one of those, I pulled it to stretch it over my face, and it ripped a hole in the mask. I'm like, okay, screw this. I'm just wearing masks from. I'm gonna wear these masks that I've been buying from local businesses then.
Yeah.
Am I the only one intrigued a little that our solution to this is to dress everybody up as a bandit? No, it's a ninja. We now have we now have full permission to be ninjas in public. So I'm going with it. Even after the guideline changes. Still, no, still gonna be a ninja. Don't care. You know, I got into a discussion about this the other day, the whole mask thing, because you know some people are saying, well, you know, it's not, it doesn't protect you that much. I'm like, yeah, no, it really, what it really does is it protects people from you in the case of you're sick, right? That's really the benefit.
Right.
So with so many people being asymptomatic, and you know potentially spreading it around, then yeah, it's a good idea just to cover yourself up. But it's really, I almost look at it more like it's just more of a public courtesy than anything. You know, it's not. I don't think you're not designed there to go, oh, I'm going to wear a face mask and because like you're suddenly part of some hazmat team or anything like that. It's really just trying to reduce the amount of infectiousness, right? So, you know, I'm still very much on the we can't. Yes, we're going to lose people to the virus, but we're going to lose a lot more people to starvation. So let's let people like earn a living and assume some risk. I get that. I know a lot of people get really emotional over that, but I mean, people start starving. That's going to be far worse, right? Because that's not just people with pre-existing conditions or people, you know, on some end of a health scale. This is like that really will affect innocent, like small children and impoverished people. Then and it would have they're already starting to see that with the supply chain cut off to the food supply chain cut off to Africa, for example. Like that's going to be just way more devastating long term. So let's get back to work and let's just understand the risk, and yeah, let's wear some masks, and that's what our work is doing. Is yeah, we're doing social distancing at work, and it's working pretty well. You know, we're pretty good at enforcing that. I think it's because we've always been as a company, we've always really just pushed you know, safety as a major kind of work ethic. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty well, I would have to say. You know, like I said, demand for our product is way up because people are at home and they're looking for something to do. So we're doing pretty well.
Definitely worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Sure, people at some point are like, "Oh, I always want to repaint that room," but they always postponed it. But now it's like, well, yeah, let's just get to it.
Yeah. Now you can get to it. All right. Leon's looking pretty cool now. He's the guy that requires the most work just because I'm trying to get the blue to sync up. But man, yeah, I have so many masks now. We just do like weekly masks with my laundry. The people I feel bad for is, like food service workers. They're in like a hot, cramped kitchen all day and they have to wear the mask the entire time. That's rough, man.
That's rough.
That
And
is
construction workers too.
right.
Gosh.
Friend of mine, she works at Starbucks and she is like she's like one of the nicest, like most positive people you'll ever meet. And the other day she posted this rant like, look, the lines are going to be longer, but please don't be a dick. Like, man, you imagine the people, like if you have to work in a Starbucks and you get that gigantic line of cars and people just the biggest assholes
Yeah.
at Starbucks.
Actually, in fact, yeah, I ended up retrieving a birthday Starbucks drink yesterday, and just so happened the lady in front of me, her car shut down. So
Oh,
I was
no.
I was helping her to push her car through the driveway.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was super nice of you.
No, it's all good. I mean, I wish anyone would do the same thing for me, right? If that was the case.
Yeah.
Getting your car stuck in the driveway is already kind of embarrassing, but last thing you need
I
is
would
have
push.
angry people.
Yeah. No, I would push mainly, but it's out of total self-interest. Hurry up. Damn it, am I going to have to push your car myself? I want my Starbucks.
Yeah.
But that was really nice of you to help though.
Yeah, I mean it felt bad.
Yeah, and you can't all people. It's you can't really control when your car goes down like that. Yeah, Marvin. Marvin. Whoa. Missing some skin here on his thing. So does your work do they have a timeline as far as when they're going to have people back in the office?
Yeah, we actually took a vote, and then some people who want to come straight back to the office, they can.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do a 3-wave style as well, but I kind of volunteered to go back as a first wave, which I shouldn't have. I realized, hey,
Yeah.
I'm really the fucking guinea pig, right? But yeah, I do miss working in the office. No,
Yeah.
it's weird, but
No, it's not weird. It's good to be able to. I honestly like just being able to get outside of the house and do something. Like I don't work my whole work day in my office anyway, and I never did. I never really did that. I've always bounced around, took a lot of meetings in my car, tried to get some guild ball on the side. You know, this wasn't a very huge change for me. But it's good to just, get outside and have a little bit of sun.
Yeah. Plus vitamin D is important, right? So
yeah, it's super important.
We're actually supposed to get what, like 20 minutes of sunlight daily?
Yeah.
But most people don't.
Yeah, no, I actually make sure that my kids get that. And I've been doing that since this whole thing started. I'm like, we're not gonna, we can't, at first it was like, we can't go anywhere. So just go to the front patio and get some sun there.
Right.
And then, then we started taking walks just around the house and this immediate area. So it's been good. It's like for your mental health too, just to have a little sunlight.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
don't want to be like, there's people in Seattle that suffer massive waves of depression just because they don't get as much sunlight. So I've been pretty good about that. Still doing some cardio too, just to keep my immune system nice and active. Keep my respiratory system, in good shape. Let's see. In Canada, and guy was dressed as a stormtrooper, blaster and all, and then he gets arrested by the cops. I thought that was a woman.
It was a girl. It was a girl who worked at a costume shop, and I got arrested.
She got arrested. It's so sad.
It was so sad. The owner literally was just like, dude, she's my employee. Don't you see I own a costume shop? And then the cop was just kind of extremely, I mean, look, I'm not one of those type that takes sides immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cops were definitely retarded. Like, well, I shouldn't even use that word because now you're going to get demonetized. My bad. But
damn it. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Yeah, they're definitely stupid because the owners clearly said, that's my employee. Look at my store. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's a full Star Wars gun. Like, and then they told her to kneel on the floor. But I don't know if any of you has worn any Star Wars costume with those armors. I can't even sit down. So she was definitely having a hard time kneeling down.
Uh-huh.
It took her a little bit longer, and the police got super agitated. And finally, by the time she knelt down, they wanted her to get her on the floor, but it was also extremely difficult to do so. So they kind of did hit her face on the floor. She got a bloody nose, probably broken nose too.
Oh, that sucks.
And then one of the police officer had, I believe, it was gun or a shotgun drawn on her face, on her head. It must have been extremely traumatizing.
That's terrible.
Imagine
That
just gonna go to
sucks.
work dressed up as a stormtrooper. Next thing you get a police gun drawn in your face. So yeah.
Why couldn't Stormtrooper have been the CDC recommendation?
Who said that? That's awesome.
Dress as a Stormtrooper. I would want, like, I want that full Vader helmet. I've always wanted a full Vader helmet, and then just, and then end up with the whole costume. And again, I'm not a Star Wars fan, or not anymore, not for a number of years, but I would still rock that. Okay, how does this work on this guy? I think he's got, yeah. There's so many weird things going on with the way the laws are being enforced. These people are on edge, and there's just a lot of weird. There's just some bad actors involved too.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm very grateful for what I've got, and trying to just support as many local businesses as I can.
Right. Some of the local restaurants too.
Yeah. We're all freaked out because Soup Plantation is closed forever.
Right.
We used to like to go to Soup Plantation.
Me too. I thought I'm the only one. I was all sad about it. I told my friends, and like literally, like out of my 20 or 25 contacts, and my friends are like, who goes to Soup Plantation? I'm like, I do. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I told my wife yesterday about it, and she's like, "Oh my God, Soup Plantation."
Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh man, your audio cut out again. You're back in the cave. All right, let's see if he'll just rejoin here. All right, here we go. Back. Okay.
I'm back in the Himalayas.
Don't come any closer. I've got a knife. And he just turns into a zombie.
It was kind of like, I like how it was like a buffet style.
Yeah.
Like each time I go to that place, I eat so much vegetables. Like that's like my
Yeah.
chance to eat vegetables.
Yeah, I know. It's that and Sizzler. I would go to hit the salad bar and make a salad. But like most of the time, like, I'll skip the salad. I don't need the salad. But Soup Plantation did actually make me eat salad a lot. Yeah, hopefully they don't close Sizzler. That would be really bad. Oh, okay. So this guy. I think the zombies need a little bit of blood on them. Or
It was so sad to see more store owners having to shut down, and then they posted their final video about like crying about, hey, this is the business that I spent my blood, sweat, and tears on, for years, and because they could no longer stay shut down for another 90 days. So
right.
basically filed bankruptcy.
It's so sad.
Oh, I don't know what I would do if CQ, like, gosh, if CQ, something like like CQ or something, goes out of business. I'd be so sad.
Yeah, that's why, man. Like, I buy something there every week.
Yeah, me too.
I've been just doing that regularly. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna buy. It's been good too because it's like stuff that my son wants. So there's never. It isn't hard for me to come up with something that I want from that store. So been keeping up like the same amount of stuff that we would normally be buying there. It was a little challenging before they got a restock. Cause I'm like, well, everything I want, you guys are out of. Cool. I think we're looking good, man. All right. Start.
Go back. Come.
Hey. Oh, hey, what's up, Sean?
Get in, Boba. Get in, Boba. Sit down.
Opa. All right. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Just about ready to let's do the black on these things. What are you working on, Sean? All right. Let's switch away from the fine point. Should have. There we go. This is the good black. So this Vallejo black should dry pretty nicely. Trying to kill a female mosquito. That's a good idea. They're the ones that need the blood for their eggs. So they're the ones that bite. Oh, speaking of which, before I go to bed, I gotta spray my lizards. It's important. Yeah, these are fun. Painting the hard part, once you're past the hard part, the rest of these, it's just like Walking Dead, same thing. Once you're past the hard stuff.
Kind of like they're just regular civilians.
Yeah, then it's just like paint by numbers once you do that. Ada. So yeah, I could seal these tomorrow. Get these sealed up and then take a couple photos and then bring these to you.
Sounds good.
All right. I gotta figure out. Oh shoot. Wait. She does need a little touch up. But yeah, like I said, I've been buying like something every week from CQ, and it's good that you have been too, just to help. I would be pretty upset if they were to go under.
Oh yeah. That's how my hobby of this got started, because of CQ.
Mm-hmm.
And I met you there, and then you start painting my stuff, and I was like, okay, it's addicting. Let's get more of these little guys painting, and they're cool.
You have a whole planet full of miniatures.
Yeah, literally. It's like it's been like what, 7 years now?
Oh yeah,
At least.
that's
Probably
awesome.
9. Yeah, 9 years since I have you paint my stuff. Since I was 27, probably.
Oh wow.
27, 20. Actually, yeah, it's about 7 years.
Yeah, I think this week I may buy some. Malifaux or something from them, because I've been missing painting that. I want to paint some Malifaux. That's always fun to paint. Sucks to build.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The little piece.
Mm-hmm.
The little pieces just drive me nuts. But painting them is very fun.
Have you bought a lot of boxes of those, like the 3rd edition boxes?
I bought a fair bit. Yeah, I mean, and I've sold some stuff already, because I'm just trying to keep to just a few different crews. But I want to paint more, so I've been painting some and then selling some. You're waiting on your 2 orders. Nice. If you need any rookies or captains, Sean, I think Steamforge recently restocked again. Every time they do that, I think about buying a Yukai, but can't make the plunge yet. Too many teams. I thought the RPD was at the top of his jacket. I don't know why. I think in the video game, they decided to do that just so you could still see it when he had the bandages on.
Cool.
Mhm.
It's amazing how a Resident Evil franchise has been this long. 30 years. 25 maybe.
25 years? Sounds about right.
Yeah. It's a long time.
I was very young when I started playing Resident Evil. All right. I'll just let these guys dry up, but I'll come back to, there's probably a little bit of touch up and highlights, but they're looking pretty cool. Bushido and Arena Rex went for the matte and 2 models. Nice. Let these dry.
I wonder when CQ will be open, like to gaming. Like
Oh, I don't know.
phase 3 and above, maybe.
Probably once phase 3. Yeah. Probably in the
It's not
maybe
for
a couple of
month.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, month and a half maybe. Hopefully at best.
Yep.
But again, safety first, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Well, I think I am ready to. Oh wait. I missed a spot on Sherry here. Let me just do that real quick. And then we can call it a night. All right. Cool. There we go. Some more Resident Evil. Just about ready for you. All right. I'm gonna go spray some lizards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. All right, so with that, I'm gonna call this a night here. Thanks for joining me, Nelson. And yeah, I'll take some,
Thank you.
seal these up, take some photos, and then we'll arrange a time to meet.
Awesome. Yeah, appreciate your time. Thanks for painting this up for me.
Yeah, no problem.
See
All
you
right, good
tomorrow.
night, everybody.
Hmm?